I will have to give it a read. But as of right now, Deanna, we are live on the air.
Hi.
Whoop whoop!
I feel
You didn't
so on
even
the
give it a
spot
shot.
now.
Yeah, let's
Hold on.
try it one more time, Deanna. One more time, please. We have to get it right before August.
Whoop, whoop,
Whoop whoop! Yeah,
whoop,
um,
whoop.
whoop whoop! Adding a whole new on a little dimension to it on the silver and leather camp, I can see. Welcome again, guys. This is Juggalo Family Values. My name is Dan. That right there is Deanna. And we have been showcasing for the last couple of months the documentary that we shot at the Gathering of the Juggalos between 2022 and 2024. And today, well, today's a very special show, but we're going to get to that in a second. First of all, Deanna, before I jump right into it, how are you?
I am excellent. I was sick over the weekend, but I have cleared up. I have energy again. And I was in my deathbed because of you, Dan. But
Isn't that just so appropriate that I would be the one to take you down, Deanna? I've been saying that with you for years, that like you would be for sure the cause of my death.
you build me up just to tear me down, Dan.
Yes, yes, exactly. You're on to my whole scheme, Deanna. Well, I'm very sorry to hear that you're sick. I was also sick last week, so
I
I guess we
know.
just daisy chained that. Look at what happened from our grand planning session. We both got sick. An excellent
Oh.
omen of things to come. But I mean, otherwise, we're just absolutely cruising. You know who I heard from this week was Kirk.
What did Kirk say?
Well, Kirk had a couple of things to say. First of all, he said that he had a friend who he had been trying to convince to go to the Gathering of the Juggalos for like 10 years. And this friend, or no, I'm sorry, 3 years. And this friend is now convinced and will be going to the Gathering of the Juggalos this year based solely on the strength of our YouTube channel. I think we deserve a little round of applause, Deanna. You're absolutely right. Just a little bit of a golf clap. Yeah, it's perfect. So that was
That's
very
wild.
exciting. Yeah. And the best news of all there, Deanna, is that his name is Dan.
Uh-oh.
No, I'm thrilled. I'm thrilled. I
Really?
always
I'm
think that
thrilled
there
for
could
the
be.
duel.
No, I always, well, he said like that his friend is normally known as Dan the Man. But in this instance, that's already taken. He's going to need to get another Juggalo name because my Juggalo name is Dan the Man. Which I didn't even realize that I had officially been sired like that. I didn't know that I had been given
You have a
such a.
shirt.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true. And you are camera girl. I mean that after all is the lower third. You know I love to show off that lower third, Deanna.
It's so fancy.
It's so fancy, so fancy. But yeah, I heard from Kirk. He's doing very well. Also, he said that he was very down to play the newlywed game. He and Bubbles were fully on board. He gave me their schedule. I think we should try to make that happen at some point in the next couple of weeks.
Yes. I would
Yes.
adore that.
Yes, we absolutely do. I do think we're going to need. Oh, and here's Kirk in the chat right now. Hello, Kirk. How the heck are you? We were just talking about you, talking about how you and Bubbles would like to join in on the newlywed game. Deanna, I'm realizing I don't fully understand how the newlywed game works. Do you?
I do. Dan, you've been on cruises.
I know, but I never played the newlywed game. I'm a bingo man.
That's one of the highlights of every cruise I've ever been on is seeing the newlywed game because you can see, especially the women, just getting more and more furious as the game goes on.
I know, like in that instance, like I'm not sure that I could answer any of those questions about my partner. The idea is that we basically you ask like a spouse a question about their spouse, and then they have to write it down, and then you see how accurately the other spouse can guess that answer.
Exactly right. I mean, some of the ones that I've seen, usually they'll have one person, they'll stay on stage, and then the other one goes off, um, and they will ask them, what was that person just wearing?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's not the level of attention that I'm paying, unfortunately. But we're gonna see how Kirk and Bubbles do at it next week or some week in the future. I don't want to make any I don't want to make any promises right now. And of course, we are gonna need some additional couples for the newlywed game. So if you are interested, please do drop us a line at juggalofamilyvalues@gmail.com. Yes, Deanna, we have an email address, juggalofamilyvalues@gmail.com. Super duper official. Shout out to Captain Kirk in the chat. He says he's okay. He's at home sick. So sorry to hear that,
Oh
Kirk. We
no.
were just recapping that Deanna and I were also sick for the last week. So we feel that. Much love to Kirk, hoping he's getting better for sure. But also would love to give him something great to watch while he's home at sick. While he's homesick. So why don't we get started with our very momentous occasion, Deanna? Do you know why that is?
I think I have an idea.
Deanna, do you know? Yes, indeed. We have, for the first time ever on Juggalo Family Values Live, a guest live in studio. And I am super duper excited because we wanted to do this from the very get go when we started streaming. We're like, how do we bring on a guest? And when Deanna and I were talking, and we were like, we would love, out of any person that we've talked to, who is it that we would want to chat with first? Deanna, what was our overwhelming answer?
Mystic.
Mystic. Somebody that stood out from the moment that I met them at the Gathering of the Juggalos in 2023. We interviewed them there, had an absolute blast chatting with them for about 20, 30 minutes, and had a real time of our lives. Cosplayer extraordinaire, absolute celebrity at the Gathering of the Juggalos. Let's please give a very warm welcome to Mystic.
Hi, Mystic.
Hi, whoop whoop, whoop whoop.
Oh, Mystic, I can't
Woo.
hear you.
I am doing
Unmute
amazing.
them.
Yeah, I have, but I can't hear him for some reason. So sorry, guys. Mystic, can you hear us?
Yeah, I hear you.
Hmm.
I can hear you.
Odd. Sorry about this, folks. Give us 1 second.
I can hear it, but it's not playing on the stream.
Yeah, I can't hear it at all. Hmm. Mystic, do you mind
Hmm.
uh quitting this window and just rejoining from the same link and I'll get you linked up and I'm pretty sure that should fix the problem.
Sure.
Thank you, Mystic.
Who can
Our
hear him?
first
Maybe
our
is
first
it just
guest. It's
me?
going to happen, Dan. It's
I
okay.
know, I know.
I
I'm
know you're stressing.
determined. I'm
It's okay.
determined. Kirk said he could hear him. I don't know why I can't.
Well, that would be pretty important for you to be able to hear.
Yeah, right? It would be lovely.
You hear
Hi,
me now?
Mystic.
I can
Hi.
hear you now.
Yay!
Hello. Hello,
Hi.
Mystic.
Hi.
How the heck are we?
Amazing. How are you guys
Oh,
doing?
oh, doing absolutely fantastic. Even better now, Mystic.
It's great seeing you guys. So, um, how are you guys feeling? I've seen that you guys were sick and whatnot. I was myself, so I totally understand.
It seems like everyone is sick right now, unfortunately. Yeah,
Yeah.
Deanna's getting over a cold. I had something last week. Kirk has something in the chat. It's just an infectious room right now.
Are you feeling
Oh,
better?
oh! Shout out to Captain Kirk in the chat, and hopefully you feel better. Wishing you speedy recovery, because I know how it is. Trust me.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
I still kind of got the case of the sniffles myself, so.
Well, you are sounding no worse for wear here, Mystic. It's I'm very glad to have you here. Very excited to have you on for our first ever guest here on the show.
It's a pleasure being here. Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. Now, can I ask you, what character are you in right now?
This character is Nikki Rain, the founder of Juggalo Charm School and the co-founder of 17 Chapters University.
Okay, cool. Can you explain to me a little bit about the Juggalo Charm School? What is the backstory there?
Well, as like I had like got, as I was like younger, like as a teenager, I like got the inspiration from like some VH1 like reality shows, you know. And I was like thinking like there are some juggalos that need a bit of, you know, finishing themselves. So it's like, you know, it's like, you know, I think I just like you know, put like both of them together, and it's kind of like you know, what it's like what you trying to do, score some nitty with that weak game and whatnot, like go to the Juggalo Charm School to where you can get like, you know, something along the lines of that, you know. It was supposed to be like a running gag at first, but then like and then like last year, like when I like reimagine this character, because like believe it or not, this character was created back in ah, sorry.
Wig.
That is okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, slight wig malfunction. It happens to the best
yeah,
of us.
sorry about that, you guys. um Believe it or not, this character was actually was premiered back in like 2022's like parking lot party and whatnot. So with that, I just like I thought I was gonna like you know, not do it anymore, like do this character anymore, but I just like picked it up like back in 2023 of that same year when I met you, and here it is.
Fantastic, fantastic. So this was the 2022 look.
Yeah, no, but no, actually it wasn't, but it was more of like a more purple hair, like more of like purple hair, but it was more like, you know, poorly, you know, done because it was so rushed. And because I was on a bus and whatnot, and I was rocking and whatnot, and I'm trying to do my makeup on a bus, and then there was like multiple times where I did
Okay.
that on the way to the to gathering and whatnot. So it's like
So you take the
putting my
bus to
makeup
the
on the bus, like,
gathering?
hmm?
You
Yeah.
take the bus to the gathering?
Hmm?
And you were doing your full cosplay makeup on the bus at the back of the bus?
Hmm?
That's pretty sweet.
Yeah, because like it's not far from where I live at, so it's like, you know, I'm like right there. So
Oh, that's wild. When was your first gathering?
2019, and needless to say that like I don't ever want to be remembered for that character ever again.
Oh, really?
Yes, I don't. I really don't.
What problem did you have with the character? What issue do you have with it now that you look back on it?
As I look back on it, it's like people can't let that go for some reason. It's like people would constantly call me that, and it's like annoying, very
Well,
annoying.
we won't talk about the character so that it will not be in history forever to avoid that happening.
Yeah, yeah.
But
I mean,
what
uh, you go ahead.
what initially brought you to the gathering?
I mean, like I said, like before, like in the interviews that we did, I've always had like interest in it, like as a teenager, but never could get around to like going because I never had like I never knew anyone that would like take me or anything like that. And then where I lived at, there was like no like airports or anything to get there or whatever. So it was pretty hard for me to get there as like when I was younger. So as I like got older, like I started to like you know, make it happen. So yeah, like it took me a while, but it's like now I'm finally here.
Exactly, exactly. And we are glad to have you. How many
Mhm.
cosplays will you come? And can I ask you, like, you say you're a cosplayer, right? You're like, I would say one of the preeminent cosplayers that's at the gathering, if I had to say so.
Yeah,
I know
I'm
you
not
don't.
all
I
that.
know you're not big on that kind of adulation, but let me shine on you for a second, Mystic. We're talking right now. At what year did you win the Neden game?
2023, actually.
2023, the Neden game. That is the year that I remember, Mystic, that we interviewed you and then we saw you nonstop throughout the festival. And every time you looked like more and more of a rock star until finally it crescendoed on Saturday night when we saw you riding around on a golf cart with Clownvis.
Oh yeah, that I do have to say that was like a good year for me. Like, I mean, because I met you guys and whatnot, and you guys. Every time I talk to you guys are just like, it's like I've known you guys forever, and
Oh,
it's like, I've always like, you know, wanted to like, open up to like, someone and like actually like, talk to someone and actually and like it feels like with that I can do that with you guys because it feels like you guys will not judge me for anything and I really love that about you guys and
you make me
you guys
cry.
actually
Yeah, for real.
if anything
Oh,
like if anybody
Mystic, that makes me so happy. I'm just so grateful
oh
that
really thank
you can feel comfortable. Like we really, our goal is never to make anybody feel uncomfortable or like a spectacle or anything like that. So I'm just so glad that our intention could come across and that we got to know you as a person. And I just think you're such a special, sweet soul, and I'm really grateful to know you.
oh thank you like I'm not all that trust me
No,
You
no, Mystic, I promise you, you are. You are probably one of the more popular characters from the clips that we post to the YouTube show. You get like a tremendous amount of likes, you get a huge amount of views. People get a comment constantly being like, wow, sick makeup, great cosplay. That's Mystic, that's the absolute homie. Which shout out to Wicked Widget. I'm not sure if you know them or
yeah
not.
shout out to Wicked Widget
Shout out
yeah
to Wicked Widget. Would always like
yeah
to give a
shout
shout out
out
to Wicked Widget. They're constantly commenting on the YouTube channel, but they are a big fan of your work. And as is like other people that we show the documentary to, I always personally ask them like, who was your favorite character? And most of the time, the answer is Mystic.
oh I guess I better retire
Yeah. I think you're on the upshot, Mystic. I think you're right. You're heading towards stardom. We're on a rocket ship to stardom.
I love
I
Stardom.
wouldn't say all that. I just like it's just something I like always doing and whatnot. And because like believe it or not, I've been doing this for 10 years now. So
Really? What was
Really?
your first time doing, do you call it cosplay or making characters? Because I've heard you refer to it as both.
making character well what could you like repeat that?
Like,
I'm sorry, I couldn't really like hear.
would you refer to yourself as like a character creator or a cosplayer? Or are they one and the same to you?
I will feel like that's a good question, to be honest with you. Like that's a really good question because like there are times where I do create characters for other people and I do create them for myself too. So it's like I would like I would say both. I would just say both because like there's times where I do create characters for other people and but most of the time I would just keep them to myself because like if I do give it to someone, someone would do something weird with it or try to change it up and try to do something like super different from where I had it like I've had it like in a perfect setting and whatnot and so most of the time I'll keep it to myself but I would say I'm a little bit of both or whatever so
And
but
what was the
yeah
first
that
time that you started with it?
the first time I started with it um it was back when I was 18 actually when I was like when I had interest in like doing like these costume contests. My first cosplay was actually the was Claude Wolf from Monster High because I did it with like one of my friends. Oh, sorry about that. I'm knocking stuff over.
It's
because I
all
did
good.
it with like one of my friends. She was Claudine and I was Claude, like the whole brother and sister duo thing. So, and we actually won a contest for that. So, and then I kind of like stopped doing that for a while after she like moved away and stuff and whatnot. And then I'm like, just I kind of like gave up on it, and then somehow I kind of picked it right back up,
It
and
just
then I
brought you
started
back.
like yeah, I actually like brought it back and actually like started like doing like other like different like characters because I did also did like a Street Fighter character. You ever heard of Sean from Street Fighter? Any of you guys?
What's
I
Sean
don't think
like?
I have. No, I'm not familiar with Sean. I do know Street Fighter.
Yeah, it's a character on there by the name of Sean. He wears like a yellow gi and plays with red, white, and blue basketball and whatnot.
Okay.
He was on Third Strike, Street Fighter Third Strike,
Okay. Okay.
that game.
And
The
then you
little
just kept
Brazilian
up
kid.
with all the cosplay through the years, and then at Dragon Con.
Repeat that.
So you just kept up with cosplay since then through the years until you got to Dragon Con. Well, through Dragon Con as well.
Yeah. Um, yeah, I kind of kept up with like some of the stuff that I did, and then like I started like converting to like more original stuff, like you see right now,
Right on.
and um because like I don't want to like just like have like because like when you go to like comic cons and whatnot, you'll see like the same thing of like this character, somebody's cosplaying Goku, somebody's cosplaying Inuyasha, somebody's cosplaying um like Oogie Boogie from the Nightmare Before Christmas or Jack Skellington from Nightmare Before Christmas. It's like I don't want to like do like the same thing over and over. I want to like see something that I've never seen before and someone else had never seen before. You know
For sure. What's your character creation? Like, how do you go about that?
how do I go about that? That I it's like things I like pick up like over time and like look at like kind of like this one right here like the character Nikki Rain. I took Darling Nikki from Prince and Purple Rain from Prince. I was just like, okay, I got an idea here.
This is a Prince
I love
inspired
that.
character. I was wondering from Nikki whether or not
Yes,
it was. All right,
yes,
excellent.
that's what I
Oh,
did.
I didn't even
That's what
see
I
the
did for you,
Prince
Deanna.
symbol. Here, can we get a close up? Let's get that right into the camera. I'm a huge Prince fan, so that's really exciting. That is awesome. Also, Mystic, can you show off your contact lenses? We were
Oh,
taking a
sure.
look at them before the show. Those are so cool. It's like a little half moon look. That's awesome. Are those
Yeah, and it's
uncomfortable?
like,
I've heard that they're really uncomfortable.
mm, it depends on like how well you take care of them at times, and but some of them you will give you narrow vision, like really narrow vision, like the red and yellow ones that I have in here. I could. It's like you're gonna like need braille to like read some stuff. Like seriously, I'm not even. This is not even like me like joking about blind people or anything. It's like you're gonna like you're gonna be running into stuff
Yeah.
because I did
Yeah.
it. I did it multiple times. Like wearing these contacts alone, I did it multiple times and
It
hurt
just like
myself multiple
colliding
times.
with stuff.
Just colliding with this running into stuff.
I didn't realize
It's
that
like,
the cosplaying was so full contact.
Yes, it's a
ooh,
sport.
yes. It can get that. It can get painful sometimes. And that's the whole thing. Like, sometimes it's not as comfortable as like people think it is. It's sometimes like wearing like a certain like That's why I like started like do more original characters because I can wear whatever I want and I can and I don't have to like because you know how like you when you like go to Comic Con and then you like have to like wear that certain character like how like Frieza has like the full armor and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And you got it like and you also see like characters such as like how you have like Batman would need like the whole batarangs, things like that, the whole suit, the whole belt, the utility belt, things like that, which can be uncomfortable sometimes to certain people. And I'll be seeing like certain people wearing like My Hero Academia cosplays. They be full on jumpsuits, and they'll sweat. They'll definitely sweat, and then it can be like 20 below outside. Like
Yeah,
seriously.
did you see the person at the gathering and they have, what is it, Dan? I think it's one of the cards, like the magician guy, and it was made
Magician.
completely out of foam.
Oh yes. Oh my gosh. Yeah, it's the
And it was
I
so
think it's
hot that
yeah,
day. I
it's
was
the
like,
ringmaster.
that must just feel so sweaty.
We saw one guy that he had on, he was in a full cosplay. It looked like a guar suit, like it was like a giant, like he had huge pieces of latex on, and he had on this big fake phallus. And off of the end of it, it was dripping sweat, which then had like turned white as a result of like going over like all of his makeup and stuff. And it was just
Oh yeah.
disgusting. Like all of the, all of the, yes,
Oh
thank you, Kirk the Malenko. Yes, all of this sweat dripping off the end of this costume. It was like, oh my gosh. I feel like you must have to consider the too that like at the gathering you're outside in the summer all day, right? I believe you actually
yeah.
had an issue in that first year that we met you. You had passed out, right? I think it was when you were doing Rainbow Cyanide, and if I'm
Yeah.
not mistaken, you'd gotten overheated in the sun or something. Am I right about that?
Yeah, I got overheated, and also I had hypoglycemia, which I should have been taking care of my blood sugar that day. So that was a fail on my part. And shout out to the Terradillo for taking care of me and actually, like looking out for me and actually making sure that I was good throughout the whole gathering. And
Was it through the
much
whole
love to her.
gathering?
Huh? Do I
It
know?
was through the whole gathering because I remember I
No, no,
was
no.
talking to Tara Diddle and
Uh,
she was like, "Oh, I found this guy and he was not feeling well." And I think her and her maybe boyfriend at the time were like, "We gave him hot dogs and some water." And then you just pop up and you're like, "Hey, thank you."
yeah. Yeah. That was me. That was definitely that's definitely it. That is definitely it. Because like that's who helped me out. That's who definitely helped me out. Because like if they weren't there like giving me that and whatnot, I didn't know what I would have done. I would have just like I would have just died right there. Like I'm sorry to like say something like that graphic on while we're online, but I would have if it wasn't for them.
Yeah.
Like I really
Always
No,
appreciate
but
big.
it
it.
was such a good part of like just the community aspect of the gathering that it was just so wild that we were talking to her about that, and then you walk up and you're like, "Hey, I'm that person that you helped." And I also love the idea of an emergency hot dog.
Yeah, the helpful glizzy. Yeah.
The magical glizzy that is just a replenishing. It's like it's in like a Fallout game. Like you get it, and it's like enshrouded in gold, and you eat it, and it
Yeah.
refills your health bar entirely. I love that. Yeah, the magic glizzy. God
I
bless
feel
that
that.
magic glizzy. Mystic, how
Yeah.
many characters will you bring with you to the gathering? Like how many different changes are you ready for? How many are you going through in a day? Let give us an idea of like what does your typical day look like at the gathering?
Um, it'll be five that I'm gonna be bringing, and it'll be one each day, and these are all mine. These are gonna be all my characters. No fan fictions or anything. This is gonna be all mine.
Very
And
cool.
also like a rundown on each character. The installations that I sent you, and I am so sorry again for
No,
sending
don't be
all of that.
sorry.
No, do not be. I loved reading through all of that. I loved it. There was that much like consideration and care that you put into each one of the characters. Were you calling them installations?
Yeah, because like each one like goes like to like one to like three parts and one. I'm sorry, not one to three parts. I'm sorry. Like these are like about four to 5 part series that I'm doing. Which each character, some will even go to 7 with the Thursday character that I'm doing. The character that I'm doing on Thursday, and I'm pretty sure you remember this.
Oh, yes, I do. The Conscience from Montana Black. Yes, yes, I do remember indeed.
Oh, if you were reading that character, like the Thursday character that I'm doing, it's connected to Montana Black actually.
Okay.
So yeah, that one character that I'm going to be doing is going to be connected to Montana Black, kind of like my Mister Six character that died because for some reason I decided to like kill one of my characters off and whatnot
Wait,
because
wait, what motivated you to kill the character
I feel
off?
like I wasn't because like last year wasn't the best for me to be honest with you because it was a lot going on that year and I was like just being hassled like by people throughout like that one day and
Oh no, at
it
the
was like
gathering?
yeah
What
What was
happened?
happening?
it was like someone would not let go of that one character. They were like constantly calling me that, and then like out of nowhere, this one dude like gets in my face and was like hey, what's up? I'm not gonna say
Wow.
what he said, but
Wait,
I'm
what?
so sorry, Mystic.
That happened at the
he said
gathering this year?
"Mm," this past year he said, "What's up?" And it's connected because like I'm gonna like go ahead and say the character that I did that that bugs the hell out of me
Okay.
that people would not like let go. It's the Inuyasha character that I did back in 2019, and it's like let it go. Like
Yeah.
it's like, people are not excited about my growth at all. Like no one was excited about like because I said like in one post when I did have Facebook, I said thank God I don't have to wear that red suit anymore because one that suit was hot. That suit was hot. It was like really hot, and one I didn't want to like be known for just like for someone else's like thing. That's someone else's character. Not that's something that's not mine. I want to be something. I want to be known for something that's my own. Not that. Not something that I did. I mean, not no any hate, no hate towards anybody that enjoys like the animes and stuff like that, and no hate to anybody that liked the that I did it and whatnot. But I'm not that. That's not me. I missed it.
Yeah,
Did
you're
that
more
how did that
complex
have
than that.
Yeah, for sure, for sure. And people should be respecting your growth and seeing the new creations that you have. Did that did that affect your whole weekend that you had last year? Like did that cloud the gathering for you?
I'm not gonna say it did actually because like with every dark cloud, there's gonna be a silver lining. But there was this like I mean, because like a lot of people were it's a lot to talk about. A lot of people were just like had it for me this past year, and then that's why I was like, I better walk away from here a little bit. So that's exactly why I wasn't like very active on social media, like for about like for a long time and whatnot. So I had to get myself together mentally and physically because like I wasn't gonna like let like this like let that one little thing stop me from like doing what I like and whatnot. So
I mean, that's still an extremely traumatic experience, and I'm sorry that you experienced it to begin with, and it shouldn't have happened. So
Yeah, no, not at
you're more
all.
than within your right as a human being to take as much time as you need to reset.
yeah, you shouldn't be sorry for that. I mean, it wasn't. It's something that you. It wasn't nothing that you did.
You
No,
provide
I'm
so
just
much
sorry
for
on
this
behalf of
world that
humanity.
yeah, yeah, like I like to me, like you're a real staple and a fixture at the gathering. I remember seeing you there at 2022 when I came without
But it
Deanna the
doesn't
first
matter if
time.
you're a fixture or not. Like nobody should be treated like that.
Yeah.
Sorry, Dan.
No, not at all. I mean, is that an isolated incident? Did that happen one time?
um, yeah. I mean, it was just like one moment, and then like there was also like the last night where this like one where this one woman like literally like went off on me because like she hurt herself like during Fago Armageddon and whatnot, and I was like, "Are you okay?" and whatnot, and then she like really just snapped on me, just straight up snapped on me. I'm like, yeah,
Excuse me. That happened actually this New Year's Eve to me, where this girl fell down the stairs at a house party, and I went
yeah,
running up, and she was like, I'm fine." And her friends were like, "Get out." I was like, "I just want to make sure you didn't like snap your neck or something like that."
yeah.
You could hear like bonk, 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 bonk. Like that was not a calm falling moment. Like it's good to check on people.
That's like why I haven't been like I've been pretty much just been leaving people alone because like I don't want to like set nobody off. It's not me. And then a lot of people was like saying, "Oh, you're being antisocial." Things. No, I just know better. I'm
I think there's a fine line too, where I think even being on social media, it's taken me a minute to get used to the idea of not being for everyone, or like the way that you talk, the way that you are, anything about you could be picked apart in whatever way, but all we can try to do is our best and try to be good people in the moment. And I think if people react negatively to you being a kind person, then at the end of the day, you can just say, like, I just cared about being a good human. I'm sorry.
yeah, and
I'm
I apologize for
rudely
getting
crawling away
personal
because I have
here.
to pee.
Oh no, feel free to get personal. Because it sounds to me like you had a less than stellar experience that last year. You're still going back this year?
Yeah,
Okay. Did that
yeah, of
affect
course.
your thinking about like you being a juggalo or you wanting to go back to the gathering? Did that ever no, it never you never questioned that.
No, not at all. I just thought like over the time people were just like being were just like upset about themselves. People can it's kind of like what like my mom always said, hurt people do hurt people. So it's like I wish them well. I mean, I don't wish no ill intent, no malice or anything. I mean, hey, I gotta like capture that essence of being unbothered, and I caught that, especially like taking that break for so long. So it's like, and especially like now that I've done all that, it's like I can't like let that get the better of me anymore. And it's like the funny thing is I'm just like, okay, now like the funny thing is now it's like I wanna I wanna like at least like be more careful of who I like come across.
Yeah, that's understandable. Kirk in the chat, Captain Kirk says the next time anything like that happens to Mystic, you let him know to come to us. So you can come to the good people at camp by my W. and they will always take care of you. You know that, Mystic. I hope you know that you have a very strong support network around you and that there are tons of people, juggalos
Yeah,
especially, that really love you.
yeah, I appreciate that a lot from Camp by my I had to stop myself. So yeah, like they've always like been supportive of everything that I did with cosplays, and every time I came around, they've always like asked me how I'm doing, just like you guys would do, and it's like I, it's like that little, just like in that moment in time, like that little one incident, I can't like that stop me from going because I know where my heart is, and it's like and it's like last with you guys and within Can't Buy My W, and I really do appreciate like the fact that you guys actually would see me as somebody, because I always like
Or
saw
somebody.
myself. Yeah, I mean, 'cause I always like saw myself as like, and I always told myself this, like, I ain't nobody. Like throughout the years, I always told myself that it's like, but yeah, like
Mystic, I sincerely hope that
yeah.
you can reframe that and know that you are somebody and you're very worthy of love and very worthy of you just fully are somebody. So, that makes me so sad to think of you saying that to yourself.
No, I, I do appreciate that a lot. I'm sorry. This is like getting like to
I know,
like,
I'm
No,
sorry. It
no,
just
no,
makes
that's what we're here for. Yeah. Are you okay? You're all good?
yeah, yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah, and
Should we
yeah.
you
take
I'm
a
better
good.
let me get your address so I can write you little cute notes and they'll all be full of love.
All
Deanna writes
right.
very nice little missives.
Yeah, we can do that later.
Yeah, not on here.
Why don't
Definitely not on here.
why don't we plan on taking a look at some clips from the documentary? What do you think about that,
Are
Deanna?
we on YouTube now, Dan?
We're still
Yeah,
on TikTok. I think we should say goodbye to our TikTok audience because they love to shut us down every time that we
Whenever
play
we play a
clips.
clip.
Yes, every time that we play clips from the documentary, we get shut off of the TikTok stream. So if you'd
uh-oh.
like to join us, come on over to YouTube. We're going to be taking a look at clips and
How
continuing
do
to
they
chat
find
with
us?
Mystic. They can find us, Deanna, at Juggalo Family Values on YouTube. The channel name is Juggalo Family Values. I unfortunately don't have the lower third. I don't have the Chiron ready, but Juggalo Family Values. If you're on YouTube and you want to continue to watch, we're going to take a look at some of the clips of the documentary. We're going to keep chatting with Mystic. Come check us out at Juggalo Family Values on YouTube. In the meantime, let's say goodbye to TikTok. Bye bye, TikTok.
Hi,
Hi,
TikTok.
TikTok.
Bye.
I love saying goodbye to TikTok.
Dan.
I love it. I adore it,
Dang.
He just
actually.
likes to have a potty mouth when he needs to.
I know I want to fucking curse. And like YouTube doesn't seem to have any problem with that or doing anything else that we want to do here. We can
We don't
vape,
do
we can
Well,
anything that
curse.
bad.
uh, you better be careful because YouTube like to pick and choose who they like to.
I know that's true. We might be just flying a little bit under the radar right now, but eventually we will start to be getting shut down. But in the meantime, I'm going to say the word fuck.
All right, and I apologize again for all that positive vibes.
Heck
No,
no. Heck no.
I don't
Absolutely.
like toxic 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 positivity. Like I really appreciate that you're just yourself and honest and everything we've been saying it since the beginning, even on the documentary or throughout our lives, where like everything isn't rainbow and sunshine. Like these are truly people's lives. There's danger while you're at the festival. There's a reason a lot of people will even gravitate toward ICP to begin with. So
Yeah,
Please don't feel bad at all for being a real human being.
I appreciate that a lot because, damn, I can be as real as I want to be.
And always feel that way, Mystic. Please, I hope you always feel that way.
Oh,
Here,
for
let's take a
sure, for
look.
sure.
I feel like we've been talking about these costumes and characters too much. Let's take a look right now. So, Mystic, this was the first character that we were looking that when we first met you. This is Montana Black. I had just
Mhm.
met you the day before. You were in a different cosplay at that point. Let's take a
It's
look at this
Scully.
clip here. All right. So, what's
I'll
your
put
name
Scully
and
in
where are
front
you
to
from?
like take a look at
I am
what
Mystic, and from wherever the wind takes me.
I have seen you. So I saw you the other day. Assuming today you're in a different character.
This
Yeah,
character
Crayola
is
Sinai.
Montana Black, rock star, selling his soul, trying to like gain it back. Kind of like my pet here.
Yeah.
My pet is his conscious here. You know.
There you are,
This is his
Scully.
All right. So what? That is so awesome. I love that. It is that, and I just want to clarify: is that it's conscious or it's conscience?
um, it's yeah, it's more of a conscience. Yeah, conscience. Like more of like
Okay.
a second thought,
Okay.
telling
Cool.
them to like pretty much telling like Montana to like think better decisions, have better decisions, but with like Montana already like having sold his soul and like to actually get that fame and actually to be scratched by which make Montana look like owl like.
Okay.
So Montana has like
Oh
has like the feathers around, has like all the feathers and whatnot. So he looks owl like, and it's pretty much like trying to like get back. I would do anything to get back to my human form and give up all this to get back to my human form. So that's more of like anti-hero type of thing, and more of like I want to be myself again.
Okay. Okay. Um, from Captain Kirk in the chat, he says his personal favorite character that you've done is Rafiki. Which is that what we're
Okay.
looking at here in this clip? I can't
I think
tell.
we see Rafiki for a bit.
Rafiki. Rafiki is from the Lion King, the Mandrill.
Oh, okay. Okay. I see.
That was the one. Rafiki.
Okay. And this one right here is rainbow cyanide, right?
Yeah. Yeah, a lot of people call Crayola Cyanide. Like it's Crayola Cyanide
Apologies.
actually.
Crayola cyanide.
No, no, no,
Please
no.
do
No, you're
please
good.
do
You're good.
correct me if I
You're good.
get something wrong.
No, you're good. I actually like Rainbow Cyanide. If you want to call it Rainbow Cyanide, go ahead.
No, I
And
like
I
Crayola
love
cyanide.
correcting Dan.
She does it in every
No.
turn.
It's no big deal. I understood. I can understand it. I understand it. So so as long as I understand, we're good.
When you're putting together a character like Montana Black, like about how much time from the time you first started thinking of like, okay, I'm gonna have a character that's a rock star that sold his soul, like from the time that you have that thought to the time that you have a completed like cosplay where it's done and you're ready to wear it to the gathering, like how much time are you putting into these?
Well, actually, I put like about a year. It takes like sometimes like if it's like rushed or whatever, it'll take me like about 30 minutes to come up with it.
Oh
And
wow.
but if it's like something like Montana Black, like I would have like thought about it a year before. While I'm gathering, it's like these 5 characters that I'm doing this year. I thought about it last year. I already had it planned last year. I already wrote it down last year, and now I'm planning to do them this year.
Oh really? So did the inspiration from for this year's characters come to you last year at the gathering?
Yes. Well,
Okay,
yeah,
that's very cool.
yeah, yeah. You could say yeah in a way, yeah. And over time, yeah. But then it's like there were some characters that I like put like on a back burner for a little while because I was thinking like, how I'm gonna like do this when and whatnot because it was a character I had given to someone because like I said before I create characters for other people, but what they wanted to do, they wanted to do something weird to it and wanted to always like change it up to something like different and whatnot, and then not only that, it's like I can't. A lot of people are saying like, you should like get a makeup artist. I was like, I can't afford that. I can't afford a makeup artist, so I
Yeah.
pretty much do it on my own. And it's like, I'm not about to pay nobody 200 or plus $500 each character, and for my character to look like ass, and I can make it look like ass myself for free. So,
Mystic, I'll do your makeup next year. I went to school for makeup.
okay.
Deanna's done my makeup several times, and she does a really excellent job with it. She can elevate you to slightly above ass.
I think what you're doing is great. But if you want
Oh,
to take
thank
a
you.
day off, find me and we can play.
Okay, sounds good.
That would be fun.
Maybe.
And you could do my
Well,
face.
hey, if anything, I can like write you in one of the stories or something. Maybe.
Yes.
Ooh, could Deanna be a character?
Sure, you can too.
Oh, can we be like a pop-in? Can we have two cameos? Do we need our own cosplay characters?
That's if you want it. That's if you really want it.
I always,
Ooh,
yes.
I really like this. I really like this a lot. Let
Can
me
I be a
It's
review it.
fairy?
whichever one you want to like put yourselves in. Like you can be a charm school character, chapter 17
Mm.
university character, one of the little
Mm.
outlaw characters that I'm be doing on Thursday.
Mm. Deanna, we might have to go back to the notes and see where we can
I
insert
know. I'm
ourselves
gonna
into
do
the
one for
mythos.
every day. I'm just gonna write
Yeah,
myself in.
yeah, exactly. Like we're gonna ship ourselves. We're gonna have like a little fanfic
Yeah.
for your ongoing cosplay characters. Can you explain Chapter 17 University? I've seen you post about that a
Okay,
couple of times.
sure. Well, with that being said, I thought about like a subsidiary to Juggalo Charm School, and I was like, hmm, 17 chapters, university. Hmm. Yeah, I'm just gonna put it out there. So, like I said, like before, Juggalo Charm School was just like a running gag until I literally made it something last year with the character Alexis Velvet, the red. You see the red and
Yes, I remember that
white
one.
fox. You remember that? Okay, great.
Yeah,
You remember
yeah.
that one. And it's also my profile picture on Instagram.
Yes.
So
Okay, that's why I remember that one. Yes.
yes. So I actually made it a thing with the character Alexis Velvet, which you're gonna be seeing their half brother on Wednesday at at the gathering. So be excited for that. So and
Alrighty.
and then I decided to take this character right here and Alexis and my other character Acid Jack that was that rocks like the crazy hairdo and painted up green and black, sometimes pink and blue, and with the mask and whatnot, the gas mask and such. I got so many characters. It's ridiculous. It's a lot to keep up with. So if you read the stories, then I'll send you past stories of what they are too. So
Yeah, yeah,
to
send
keep
them
it up.
on. We need to figure out where we can insert ourselves in the extended universe.
Okay, sure, absolutely. It's a lot, so please bear with me.
We need to figure out our angle.
Yeah. So 17 Chapters University was like like I said, like a running joke, but then until I made it a thing, and then like I'm definitely gonna make it another thing with another character that I'm doing, and this character is gonna be actually a student. So with this character, I have like decided it's gonna be like a geeky band dude and whatnot. He has like a rubber support duck and whatnot.
Okay.
And he's like a character that is like you know, there's like a kind of awkward, like somewhat awkward, and likes to play in a band with like who other than Crayola Cyanide and Acid Jack, actually. So
Oh, so they're all in a band together.
they're all in a band together, yeah.
Okay, okay. What kind of music do they play?
They play like punk, they play like punk, with a fusion of like you know, rap and whatnot. So it's like they're they're kind of like you know, I got to give them a band name actually. So I haven't
Yeah,
given them a band
exactly.
name yet.
Exactly. Maybe Deanna and I should be the managers of that band. We could be like
We will insert
we could be
ourselves
like
however we can.
industry types. My mind is already going about how we're going to be inserting ourselves into your cosplay, but it's absolutely
Always.
happening.
Yo, that is really exciting me right now because like you
I'm
know,
excited about it too. I'm like, damn, that I love this idea of like us being involved in your world and in your extended universe is very exciting.
well, I would love for you guys to be a part of it,
Yeah.
and it'll be amazing, especially like with you guys like being managers of
Don't give
of
Dan that power.
of a college punk band, I guess.
Oh yeah, yeah. You know, we're your representatives. Exactly.
Okay,
Yeah. Have them
Oh
call my
wait,
agents.
we have so many clips. I really want to be able to
got you.
play more of how adorable Mystic is. Dan, will
Yeah,
you do
let's take a
something?
look. Yes, yes, let's take a look. So in this one, Mystic, give us a little background on how they got into the music of Insane Clown Posse, and this features a little bit of concert footage that we shot there in 2023. Let's take a look at this, and then we'll chat about it after.
I was 14 at the time. I was listening to Chicken Hunt and the Slaughterhouse remix. And I was trying to figure out what album it came from. And it came from the Real Box. I was 14 at the time.
I think you gave us like one of the best intros for the band possible. So you got into it from an early age, like as you were a teenager into ICP's music. Um, what do you
Yep.
like? How big of a role in your life has it played? I mean, you are definitely a juggalo. You said it got you interested in the gathering at a young age. Like, are you still a big fan of ICP?
Oh, of course. Like this they're the reason why I'm like painting up all the time and whatnot. And that's how I like got the idea for Acid Jack and whatnot because he's like based off like a psycho clown, kind of like his like brother that I did at the gathering that won the name game.
Yeah, yeah.
uh, Zoe, his brother Zoe with X. So believe it or not, those are like identical twins, but they can't stand each other. So
Okay, that makes sense. That
I
makes
can
sense.
believe it.
so it's like
So
acid Jack.
ICP
Go
was the
ahead.
one that inspired you to start painting your face.
Yes, like to start like creating more because like with paint brushes and paint you can like create anything, especially on canvas. And with like Deanna's like work like which is self-explanatory. It's your painting is amazing.
Isn't
So
it phenomenal?
yeah,
I think it's one of the main
Especially,
things that attracts people to this show, actually, is Deanna's art. We always get comments on how great it is and how much people love it. Yeah, it's
yeah,
very nice.
yeah. Your artwork is just amazing and just absolutely like wow.
Thank you.
So that yeah. With that being said, but yeah. So that's so it goes shows like with like paintbrushes and paint you can just like create any character and whatnot, and you can like and with like wigs and you know other accessories and such. So you can do whatever you want, and then like within the music too, and it's like you can it's like within the music like how I like created like how I created Acid Jack, and he was actually inspired at by chicken hunting and whatnot. So because like he pretty much doesn't like anybody. So
Okay, so that character was actually directly inspired by Chicken Hunt.
yeah, actually the whole Riddlebox alone, the whole Riddlebox album alone.
Very cool. Very cool. That's awesome. Damn, that's really cool. Well, let's take a look at another one. One of my personal favorite things about chatting with people at the gathering is that they immediately start talking about their moms. It's a very, very common thing that you start having conversations with people about their moms, either their mom's reactions to their being a juggalo, their mom being a juggalo themselves. When you say this is the case, Mystic, don't you have a lot of people like conversations with people about their like family?
Oh yeah, best believe it. And it's like with my mom being the way she was, she's like she always just questioned. She was just always questioning like boy, what the fuck are you? And but she was like pretty understanding, but more like boy, you weird as hell, but I love you. But she was
That's
Aw,
pretty
understanding.
much exactly what my mom says about me too. Just if it gives you any kind of
same.
frame. Here, let's take a look at this clip real quick.
My mom did not approve of it at all. She did not. She was like, "What the fuck are they talking about?" And and my mom was like those like full on African American women that would like put a belt to your ass if she
I can
hear
definitely
something
say
that's
that.
like talking about balls and shit like that. My mom didn't.
Oh my god,
I
I
can
love that
definitely
clip.
say
Oh yeah, yeah,
that.
for sure. Yeah, you
Yeah,
talk
yeah.
extensively about your mom's reaction when she first heard you listening to ICP. I can imagine she was probably like quite thrown by it, right?
Yeah, probably.
Remember you
Um,
saying that like within your town too, like even having tight pants or like skinny jeans at the time was considered as strange, which I also experienced just being in Georgia at the time with, boys in skinny jeans and people being weird. But what was the reaction, I guess, overall?
the reaction overall is like, if if you like it, I love it. And it's like that's how it really was with her. And it wasn't like anything personal against them or anything like that. She just always think I listen to the most weirdest shit, and always thought I like wear the most weirdest stuff too. So it's like I was pretty much the oddball out because like most of my siblings were born in August. I was the only one born in September. So
Okay. Okay. Are
so
you a
it pretty much
Virgo?
makes sense being doing
Are
that.
you a Virgo?
Libra.
Okay, I see.
You don't have to say it judgmentally, Dan.
I didn't mean it like that. I didn't mean it like that. I'm always excited
Oh,
about
it's not
I
judgmental. Not at
I'm
all.
always excited about Virgos.
Are you a Virgo?
No, I'm not, but I love them.
You know, it's
love.
the highest percentage of
Well,
serial
I
killer.
guess I don't fit in that category anymore.
Oh no, you! I also love Libras. Trust me, I have a thing for Leos too. Deanna, there's a Leo, and she shares a birthday with my mom. And yeah, I like have a strong thing for Leos as well. But Virgos, I don't know. They always just I really gel. I really get along
Because
with
of the
them.
serial killer aspect.
Is that why? I thought most serial killers were Geminis.
No, Virgos.
Okay.
Like I'm taking it back to the Zodiac killers. Yeah, I kind of got to be looking like, what y'all talking about over there?
This is
Oh
why we
man.
have to go off of TikTok at some point.
Exactly. This is why we have to move ourselves off of TikTok. And what better clip for this? So, um, what would
Nice
you,
segue,
Mystic?
Dan.
What would you say is the craziest thing that you've ever seen at the gathering, as far as like people doing like loony kind of stunts and stuff?
It happened to me actually. So, there was like this one like dude that was like following me around and literally thought I was the chick when I was cosplaying Montana Black that one year, and
Really?
yeah, he was like, "Hey, what up, sis?" I'm like, "Sis?" I'm like, "Dude, no, I'm a dude." But I have pronouns, but okay. But it's like I didn't like it wasn't like too offensive or whatnot, but it wasn't that wasn't the craziest thing that happened to me. But I just thought I would put that in there. But what was like the craziest thing that I've actually seen was this like I don't even want to like should I have to say this on YouTube?
You don't have
What's up? Yeah,
to.
wait, what is it? Now I desperately want to know what it is.
You can whisper it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So like there was like the spin the wheel thing, spin the wheel, right?
Yeah, spin the wheel.
We
Yes.
saw that.
So like all of a sudden like this like chick like literally like a spin on the firework butt crack, and then all of a sudden like she had to like shoot a firework out her ass. So
How'd
that
that
was like
go?
she didn't like it. She said,
And she didn't. Yeah, every time that they do that, I'm like, why would you agree to launch a firework out of your ass? But I like my
Where is it even lit through?
I don't know.
I can
I wasn't
imagine that
even
you
looking up
probably put
first.
the stake in your butt and then you light the
Yeah, but it
fuse and it
has to
fires off
like
from
go
there.
on fire through a
I
cheek.
think no, I think it's like probably just off your ass, like just up off your butt cheeks.
Well,
There's
if you had ass hair, it's definitely singed off now. So
It's a good way. It's a replacement for a wax. It's just light the fireworks off of yourself.
I
I
can't imagine the
personally
smell.
like one of the it's I personally, one of the craziest things that I saw there was I watched somebody shove a rubber duck up their own ass. I watched them boof a duck, and that was like, it was
saw
like,
that
what?
too.
Yeah, right. You've seen that before. It was like 3 feet away from me, and I watched it happen, and my jaw hit the ground. I thought it was one of the greatest things that I'd ever seen in my life.
That
And
was
this
the
clip, you,
only thing Dan would recount from when the first time he went to the gathering without me, and I was like, "How was it? What happened?" He was like, "Just on repeat." Telling me about the duck booth. Also, I feel like it would be really funny to come up with a gathering candle line.
oh, a scented candle.
Yeah, like a sense of the gathering.
I do really love
Please,
that.
no
Like
porta potty fence.
we should do
What?
like a burned ass cheek scented
Yeah.
candle.
No porta potty sense.
No, no, that was gonna be my
No, the
next
porta
one. Mistake
potties were
was gonna be
actually
the overflowing porta potty
they
scented
weren't
candle.
they were not
Oh no.
overflowing. They were taken care of so well.
They actually are very like
Yeah, they
I
from
actually.
other festivals that I've been to, like they actually are pretty decent there.
they're
Yeah, they.
immaculate.
Yeah,
I have a whole interview with one of the maintenance guys from the porta potties because he was in the middle of working on them, and I was like, "Sir, please can you tell me why this is the cleanest porta potty of any festival I've ever been to?" And he's like, "I just take incredible pride in my work, and we want to make sure that this is clean for everyone." And it's like, "You excellent work, sir. Like, thank you. Hats off to you."
but I hate around like noon. Ooh, they get ruthless.
Yeah.
You just have to wait until he clocks in.
You need that. You need Deanna's man on the job.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
take a
no.
look at this clip now. This is you chatting about some of the goofier things that you've seen at the gathering.
There's people who have like introduced me
Yep.
to a lot of weird ass shit around here. There's
Holy.
people who have like introduced me to a lot of weird ass shit around here.
Right? Yeah! See, I told you, it was worth it.
Somebody needs y'all to
Yeah.
It's so amazing that people are just being themselves. They're just like,
Oh
hey,
man,
look at me, we're
I was
just like,
actually
oh,
around when that happened. In there too.
shit, whatever.
I was there
It's like
too.
being themselves, and it's like, hey, this is
Oh my goodness, like I got a feeling that it's gonna get loose.
You know, it's a good sign when I round the corner and I see somebody like lighting a firework, a sparkler that has been inserted. I've never fully understood where that guy put the sparkler. Deanna, your question about lighting the fuse, I still don't understand like
I
where
have a
how this
better
man had
idea about
attached it.
that than I do the butt crack one.
You
Like,
do you
I'm
realistically like I can't fathom taking that and sticking it up your urethra. But I think
that's
that
the
that's
only
the
place it went.
yeah,
What
yeah,
other
right.
hole is in there?
Oh
I don't
goodness.
know, but look at this man. Look at this man. And it's fully like
Yeah,
planted
pretty
in
sure
there.
I know where that went.
How that doesn't hurt?
I don't know. And then I went up to him afterwards. See, this is why the gathering is my favorite place in the world, is because I went up immediately after that and I
Yeah,
was
no.
like, dude, I saw that was incredible. I was filming you. Is it okay if I was filming you? I always like to ask people if it's okay if I took a video of them. And that guy looked at me and he was like, "Fuck yeah, I don't give a fuck. Yeah, absolutely film that for sure." And I was like, "Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you."
I know I'm making a face right now because it's more of like a pain look right now because it kind of hurt me looking at that.
Yeah, me personally, I have no pain. I have no questions. If I were you, Dan, I would have gone up and asked, like, so what was the attachment point there?
I was just a little stunned at the time seeing it that because I was like really in it. I didn't even really understand what I was looking at while it was going on. I still kind of don't. I stared in depth at this man's penis as I was censoring out this video for probably an hour, and I still don't understand how it's anchored into him. Like I
You
just
saying
can't
in
lie.
depth, man?
I'll draw you a
In depth,
diagram.
in depth. It was very technical, Mystic. I wasn't just doing this on my own time.
In depth, depth, like that.
I need some drawings for you, Dan, of where it was inserted.
You know, Dan. You know I love you. I had to play with you a little bit.
I know, Mystic. I wouldn't expect any less. I wouldn't expect any less. Oh man. Oh shit.
Jessica is like,
Let's see. Sorry about that. This clip right here, also one of my faves that we have in the documentary. A lot of your clips, Mystic, are amongst my favorite that are in the documentary. You know, I think that Deanna and I, when we've been doing these lives and these streams, Deanna has talked a lot about her experience of being a woman at the gathering. And I think it's something that we get a lot of questions about for people that are not juggalos and are not initiated in the world is like, how comfortable is it there for women? And my experience, I've always felt as though it's been like quite a safe space. Actually, I've talked to a number of women
Yeah.
that are also like cosplayers and will go through in like very scantily revealing outfits, or will walk around, some
Yeah.
of them completely naked, and say this is one of the only places in the world that you would be able to do this. I think that Mystic, in this clip here, you put some great words to this that I absolutely loved, and I love this clip. So let's take a look at it now.
Just because like we rap about that type of stuff, and there just because like there's women out here that are like half naked or all the way naked doesn't mean that they want to do it with you. So yeah, juggalettes are not whores. Remember, they're queens, just like the outside world women as well.
That's cool in the paint. I gave you.
I loved her too. We'll have a quick sip with
I
her.
love it. I love that.
Fuck you to whoever that say that
Yeah.
juggalettes are
Yeah.
whores. So.
I don't know if I can do that on camera, but yeah.
I know that was like quite a.
Oh, that hand bit makes, that's why it's one of my favorites, is because that point directly into the camera is perfect. Like I feel it in my bones every time that I watch that clip, you pointing right into my soul.
Yeah,
You
it's
feel
like
you feel that way? I like that is like it is a friendly atmosphere for women there, right? Like
Yeah.
it is an okay place to be, wouldn't you say?
yeah, of course, because like yeah, it's like it doesn't mean like that they want to like go out there and just have sex or whatever. And I mean it's like that's our Woodstock. You're wild, you're free, and you're just like, and plus it's hot. Humidity exist, so
I'm going to be
so
taking the term humidities from now on.
I know, I've never
For
heard
sure,
that.
absolutely. Yeah, humidities is one that's brand new to me, but I will absolutely be using that.
I'm just saying, because like it's hot outside, and I mean, of course, you're gonna like have people wearing a lot less and whatnot. And I mean, just because they're doing that doesn't mean that they want to do it. Let's do it. They want to do it with you, okay? So, okay, keep in mind that like yes, that women aren't the only ones out there naked. So
Yeah, there's lots of nakedness.
So there's
Oh,
it's
completely.
everywhere. So beware of the dreaded butthole that you're gonna see at every single gathering that you're gonna go to. So
Mystic, will you show your butthole at the gathering if somebody asks?
I thought you were about to ask
always
Mystic to
do.
do it on air. I was like,
Always
No,
damn.
do.
no, Mystic, you don't have to show your butthole right now. No, Deanna, I was not really screaming. I won't go that far.
We'll get
Unfortunately, if asked
demonetized
me.
if that
Yeah, exactly. We
That's a
need to be on
different
a different
platform.
platform if we're going that route where we're showing our buttholes.
And plus, it's too pretty. It'll be blinding everybody's ass around here. So.
So you'll show yours every time if somebody asks.
That's if I like you.
Okay.
That's if I like you.
Okay.
No, I mean, I do it. Sometimes I'll just like do it out of nowhere when nobody's not looking or whatever. So,
Oh, just break your butthole out?
Yep, just do it.
All right, yeah, right
Really
on.
butthole. Dan, have you shown your butthole?
Of course, yeah, of course. I
Do you
was
spread the
very.
cheeks?
Oh yeah, most definitely.
You
I give a
spread it?
full view. Yes, absolutely,
Okay.
absolutely. I give a panorama, Deanna. Most definitely. I like to give a full shot and a view for the audience. Yeah, I will show my butthole. It was it was the first year people were asking me to, and then I wouldn't, because I was shy about it. And then the second year that I went, I was out in the middle of the night, and there were these guys, and they were yelling out for people on the street to show them their buttholes. And every time that somebody would, they would get super excited and cheer and be like, "Yeah!" Like they were always like super nice and friendly about it. And so I was like, you know what? I'm gonna go show my butthole to these guys. And
You're
I got
doing
like
the
a huge.
positive affirmation. It was like a
Exactly.
Pavlovian response.
Yeah.
Exactly. I got like a huge reaction from them, and I was like, okay, awesome. This is like a friendly atmosphere in which to just go show your butthole.
Yeah,
Yeah.
being friendly.
Yeah, exactly. Because like that's the thing. Like it's more of like yeah, it's always gonna be a safe space to actually do things like that and whatnot because everybody's doing it. One thing, and two, it's like we're 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 having too much fun to like worry about the next person, you know.
I think that's totally true, and I think that even for the nudity or for your point about women being like scantily clad or whatever, like you get so uh, pretty much immediately exposure therapy into just people's bodies, and it does not phase you after a certain point in time. And like even the idea of a butthole, I don't feel like it when they are shown, it's like desensitized in terms of like this is like a sexual activity or something. It just feels very like this, like bodies are weird and funny.
Exactly. Let's celebrate that we have these things and we never get to show them to anybody. And yeah,
Like even the dinosaur there has a butthole.
exactly.
Yeah, exactly.
A butthole. Yeah, that's what Boogie talked about at one point. He was like, "Yeah, it's like an equal opportunity thing. Like everyone has a butthole." So it's like at first it was like juggalettes were asking for their boobs to be shown, and there was no equivalent for that for guys. So then it was like, "All right, let's just make this everybody has a butthole. We'll just have everybody ask to see their butthole, and then it won't be offensive."
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Like, shout out to Boogie for actually explaining that and breaking that down so well. I mean,
Mhm.
because he made so many good talking points on it, and it's
No,
like, everybody has one. Everybody has
I
one.
I really hope to interview Boogie at this year's gathering. He speaks so well. Sometimes he doesn't want to get on camera, and he is, and I want to respect that, of course. But he does such a good job of explaining the world. He's been there for so long. He's so deeply connected to it, and he can really speak beautifully about being a juggalo, about the highs and lows, and the beauty of the world that exists when you are a juggalo. And so I really do. I
And
hope to get more clips of him on camera this year. I know we're running a little short on time. Deanna's going to have to get out of here shortly. So I do just want to take a look at two more clips. Let's
Okay,
start with
where is it?
this
Where
one.
did potty break again? I'm sorry,
What's up?
I have a bladder of a tiny baby. So play the
Go,
clips.
go. Here, I'll
go
mute you.
ahead.
We'll play the clips. Um, so this is one that I think, in a lot of ways, that let's see, and then people start talking about their family a lot at the gathering. I think there's also, you get the understanding that if you're a juggalo, there is an aspect of you that sort of identifies as different or as an outsider. Would you say that that's fair?
Yeah,
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 that you're sort of different from the world.
yeah. Because like you like always like as you like view like it's like people will like view the world like so differently, and it's like yeah, it's like don't be on the outside looking in all the time. It's like of course like you just have to like see for yourself at times and just you know that's how I would put it, because like as like people would like literally like have like the whole outside aspect of like s- looking at us and would think like, oh, they're just a bunch of like low income blah blah blah, these, it's like you're just on the outside looking in, and I guess we're just gonna like be that to you forever, I guess. So it's like that's just how I put like it's like being an outsider to that, because like there's a lot of outsiders. There are a lot of outsiders in that are there, and and it's like like because like that's what we're doing, coming in from the outside, and actually
Yeah.
like becoming like as one, and because like we're all outsiders, and actually like having a good rapport on the same thing. We like this type of music. We like this type of like thing, and we become family. So if anything, like everybody should be an outsider. if that makes
I,
sense.
I couldn't agree more. I think that's why I love the gathering so much. Let's take a look at this one clip here. This is the particular favorite of mine.
Oh, my family, they never really my. Oh, my family, they never really my weird ass shit at all. They wanted me to be more normal.
Finding, family and a bond in their rejection, in being, a lot of them would consider themselves outcasts.
What was their like version of normal?
I had to listen to deep ass rap and whatnot, real street ass shit, sag my pants. I couldn't even wear my skinny jeans or anything like that. I was this is comfortable. I like this. Oh, my family.
I think the skinny jeans line in that is probably my favorite of anything. And Deanna referenced it earlier today. Like, I just love that, and I think that that's something that is very universal. Like, I have also had that. Deanna has also experienced that. The three of us are totally separate people. You know what I mean? But at some point, the three of us have all had this experience of like, oh yeah, you're doing that, and that's silly, and you're on the outside. And I think that you
And
really spoke very well to that here.
no, well, yeah, thank you. The reason why I mentioned that because there's something that I have found interesting, and I found interesting, and then hell, I collect many pairs of those different colors too, and I got some probably chilling on my bed right now, and the whole aspect of that is this like it's always the whole it was always bring race into it. It's skinny jeans is I hate to say it, like a white person thing. This is like a white person thing. This is like a black person thing. I'm like, what? Like, you got to be real here. It's a pair of pants at the end of the day. So it's I'm gonna put them on and I'm gonna like them. And if you don't like them, then turn your head. That's all I gotta say. It's people got to put the whole aspect of this is that's white person. No, it ain't. What does race have to do with anything like that? It's just a pair of pants. Put them on. Try them on.
I think that's a big part too, just of being at the gathering is being able to express yourself and feeling free to do that. And, everybody's coming from a different point of view in a different context. And I think because everybody is drawn to that music or to that subculture in general for a specific reason of just, connecting with the music or getting that community vibe. A lot of the people that, when we're exploring it throughout the documentary, is uh, finding community through being an outsider. So it is the perfect place where you can wear skinny jeans and it's not viewed through that kind of lens. It's just like, oh yeah, you like that. I'm glad
Yeah.
you like that. I like that too, or I don't like that. Here's a butthole, or what. Like, it's not that intensely rooted in all these other things that when you're walking throughout the world and you're kind of perceiving yourself from a third. Sorry, I'm getting really heavy.
No,
Yeah.
go.
Like through a third person party, I don't feel that while I'm
Yeah.
at the gathering, because if I go to the grocery store here in Atlanta and I were to dress the exact same way, even just not even wearing clown makeup or whatever, but if I have short shorts on or something, I have to think about everything in terms of that third person of what are they perceiving me to be? What kind of conversation are we about to have? And I just never really felt that in that same kind of way while I was there, and I really appreciated it.
Yeah, I totally feel you on that one, Deanna, because where I live at, it's pretty conservative and whatnot. So it's every time I go out, I'll wear these over my face. So, and it's always got to be someone coming up to me, always saying like, "Hey, hey, what are you doing with that on?" And asking me what am I doing with it on, and making jokes about it and things, and always making remarks about it, and just coming up to me and just saying rude stuff for no reason, and then just looking at me because I'm just like, hey, it's just a mask. But then it's like when you go to the place like the gathering, it's like you can just go around wearing this all day, and it's like yo,
It's
homie,
the least of what
what
people
you
have
getting
seen.
at? Yeah, exactly. It's like yo, homie, like can I get one of those? Like where you get that?
Exactly. Sick look, dude. Yeah, sick look, homie.
Yeah,
Where you
exactly.
get
Sick,
that?
dude. Like
I'm
yeah,
jealous
what can
that
I
you
get you
have
one of
that.
those? Yeah.
Oh man. Okay, I unfortunately we are running out of time. I wish that we could do this forever. Let's take a look at one more clip here. This one Deanna and I had a huge reaction to the second that we filmed it. You'll hear it at the very end here. This was just really Mystic, you and I were talking about our emotional experiences at the gathering, and I'd said to you that like I left there the first year and I got in an Uber and I just like cried on my way home, like had a very very emotional like outpouring from my experience there. And you said that something similar had happened to you, and then
Yeah, and it happened.
yeah, right, it happened. It happens there. Like I have found that like you and I are not alone in having had that
Yeah,
experience there. Where afterwards,
yeah, yeah, exactly. And then like after this like gathering, I had to go to therapy. After like this past gathering, I had to go to therapy and
really,
actually like get myself together and whatnot. So yeah,
yeah,
so I totally
I'm glad you
understand.
did that. That's a big step,
I
and I'm
totally
glad that
understand.
you treated yourself with that love
for
to do
sure,
Yeah, I
that.
totally understand. So I
for
totally
sure.
understand. So I
Well,
totally
you really
understand.
go ahead. Go ahead.
So I totally understand where you're coming from. Like, if you need to cry, I will cry with you,
I
both of you
I'm
guys.
appreciate
I
crying
that.
will
all
cry
the
with both of you.
times.
Yeah, I'll cry with the both of you guys because you guys are my family,
Oh, I love you so much.
inside and out.
We love you so much, Mystic. We love you.
I
Here,
love you guys.
let's take a look. This is the very, very end of our interview with you. I love this clip so much.
As long as this keep going, man, I'm gonna keep on coming back. Like, cause like this is what it means. Like, this is the answer. You gotta see for yourself too. You're the answer. Just come. You're the answer. Just come. That's all I gotta say. You're the answer. Just come. What family means to you, you're the answer. Come.
I think you just ended the documentary for me.
That
If
was
I'm not
so
right, I'm
good.
pretty sure that's the last fucking shot of the movie. I'm pretty sure.
Exactly.
As long
I still love that every time that I see it and still have that same thought. Yes, this is the last shot of the documentary. I think you put it into words perfectly. And this is always what I say to people about the gathering, that if it has like any level of appeal to you, and you knowing what you know, what everyone knows about the gathering, you want to go and it seems like something you should go see, you've got to go and you've got to go see it.
Yeah, because like at the end of the day, you are the answer. You got to answer it to yourself. At the end of the day, it's like, are you gonna like let fear hold you back from going, or are you gonna like take that step and take that leap of faith and actually get in there and actually throw your bottle of Fago in the air and go whoop whoop? So it's up to you to make that decision. I mean, you're grown at the end of the day. So it's like, like I've always like said that like told people like when it comes to like making decisions, you are that answer. So be that answer and actually just come. If you really want to be on the outside looking in, you want to stay outside, but you got to be that answer. If you be the answer being yes, then come on in. If the answer being no, then just, you can stay on the outside looking in. I'm not gonna judge or anything. So I'm still gonna love you the same, even though I may not know who you are, but I'll still love you.
That is so you and so lovingly you. I love that so much. And I totally
Mystic.
agree. I feel like there's so many things too when people think about going to something like this, where maybe it's outside of your comfort zone, where if you think you're a good person and a kind person, it takes those people going to a space to make it that kind and loving open space. And I do think that the people who have generally gravitated to it, even if somebody comes just mostly expecting mayhem or whatnot, I feel like for the most part, if you, even if that's what you're expecting, there are people who are very open to new experiences, and that includes new people and new, um, new friendships. And I think that that is a very inviting platform for an entire festival of people like that.
Getting these out of my mouth because I can barely talk with them.
Mystic, thank you so much for being our first guest, our first ever guest on Juggalo Family
Thank
Values Live.
you.
Thank you. We could not have asked for this to go any better. You were absolutely fantastic, Mystic, as you always are.
No, you
Mystic,
guys
thank
are.
you so much.
It
I
was
just
so
adore
good to see
you.
you again. So good to see you again.
It was amazing seeing you guys, and I cannot wait to see you guys this summer. And we are definitely gonna write these stories out and create characters
Yes.
for you guys.
Exactly. Absolutely. Mystic, anything you want to shout out? Any final words you want to leave us with?
Yes, shout out to Camp Mama Weed. Shout out to my friends Maggie Ann, my friend Summer. My I got a long list of people. Shout out to everybody that's on in my Instagram, and if you're watching this right now, I love you. You guys stay safe. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop whoop.
Bye.
Whoop whoop. Thank you guys so
Whoop.
much. We will see you next
Aw,
week.
I
Mystic,
love you
thank you
both so
again.
much.
Yeah, anytime.
Love you all so
Made me
much.
so
Have a good one.
happy.
Love you
Yay.
guys.